Hey guys, welcome back to Make That Sea Change. My site aimed at assisting my site and channel aimed at assisting those of you looking to get yourself set up with an online business through whatever way, shape or form that may be. And today, along those lines, we're going to talk about how to sell survival gear online. It's a very, very popular market. It has connections into a lot of other very, very popular market, being the hobby market, camping, hunting, fishing, outdoors, overnight snow skiing, whatever it is that you're doing in a fashion that, or whatever you're doing that keeps you outdoors and keeps you in the wilderness. And there are some extreme wilderness seekers out there who go hiking for days and days and days in remote areas. So all that sort of stuff fits in under the survivalist niche. And then obviously you've got the preppers and the doomsday people who have their bomb shelters and all that sort of stuff set up, who are going to purchase this stuff from you as well. So it's a large niche, and as I say, it fits into both the hobby, the professional survivalist niche, and all sorts of things as well. So it's quite a big area that we can look at. And for those of you interested, let's talk about how we can make an online living selling survival gear. So there's a few things we'll look at today. We'll look at what we need to consider before we start, how we can sell, so some different methods we can undertake to sell, and then what we need to build to get ourselves up and running. Now, throughout the website, there's links with big red buttons on about building a website on your passion. Click on those and I can help you do all of this from start to finish. Okay, now that's all the way out the way. Let's start with some statistics. Now, I always like to do this when we're looking at a certain niche, because there's no point in setting up an online business in this area if no one's actually interested in buying anything along within that niche. So as I say, I just like to make sure that there's some good statistics there. So I'll just skip in the post. I'm not going to keep you in the post all the time because I can't see the point in having you listen to all this and read all the posts as well. But if we have a look at survival gear, so survival gear, we get an average of 5,535 searches per month, 3,991 if you include equipment, outdoor survival gear on sale, or just outdoor survival gear, equipment, and where to buy it. And so these numbers are very good. So you can see from the outset, there's a lot of people looking for those in those areas. And then if we break it down to supplies, we've got, again, good numbers in emergency supplies and disaster survival, earthquake. So I mentioned at the start of this video about survival gear being for those, in the hobby type niches who are getting out and about. But obviously there's also an area of interest there for those who are looking just for, if they live in a hurricane area or a tornado area or something like that, then they're going to be looking at that sort of stuff as well. Okay, and just along those lines, I could do lots of searches for lots of different things, but we've got first aid kits, family first aid kits, emergency first aid kits, all the sort of stuff for as survivalist gear as well. Now keep this in mind, because when we talk about selling your own products later on, we'll refer back to first aid kits as a way that you can sell some of this stuff online. And secondly, I just like to look at trends. So you can see survival gear worldwide over the last 5 years, been fairly steady. It seemed to have a bit of a dip there around 2018, 2019, but back up around 2020. So I'm not surprised it raised a little in 2020 with everything that was going on. And, things were a bit unsettled worldwide around the early 10s. So I can see why that, or early to mid 10s, so I can see why that's quite high there. Big elections around that time and the like in the US. But yeah, so they're all in all, based on the stats above and the figures there, I'm fairly confident that we've got a good option there for an online business. That's the red button I'm talking about. If you need help, click on that. Okay, so now that we're okay with the statistics and we know there's a market there, first thing to consider is what you're actually going to sell. So I've mentioned already quite a few areas, and I'm not going to go over them all again for you, but outdoors camping, I'm just going all over again, even though I said I wouldn't. But then obviously we've got the home survival area, we've got disaster recovery, we've got all those sort of things that fit into the survivalist niche. Now your job is to work out what part of the niche you're going to look at. Are you going to target the preppers? Are you going to target the outdoorsmen? Are you going to target the disaster survivalist? Are you going to, if you're in the US through the tornado belt there, then your niche on survivalist might be preparing tornado shelters. So what do you need in a shelter? What do you need in there? How long do you need to keep it for? How do you maintain it? All those sort of things are things that you'd be looking at within your niche. So there's obviously a lot of areas within niche. In the post, I've listed some other areas as well that you can look at. But if you're struggling with your niche a little bit, then maybe take it to the next step, which is, what problems are you solving? Now, everybody has a problem, and especially when they're searching online. Now, it might be a good problem, like I want to cook roast beef and I don't know how to do it. That's my problem. I get online and find a recipe for roast beef, which solves my problem. With survival gear, same thing. What do I need in the first aid kit to go camping with my family? I have no idea. What do I need to stock my my tornado shelter in if I live in a tornado belt? I have no idea. What do I need to keep on me as a bare minimum if I'm hiking over the Colorado Alps or through the European Alps overnight? What do I need to survive there? What warmth do I need? What sleeping arrangements do I need, etc., etc., etc. So think about the problems that you can solve and what your knowledge is in that area, because that you can sort of backtrack that then into your niche. So if you know all about extreme outdoorsness, being outdoors for days at a time, what we say over here is go bush for days, then that if they're the problems you're solving, that leads you back into your niche. So your niche will be dealing with the extreme outdoors expeditions. You could even put it under hiking, and then you've got the hiking side of things and then the survivalist side of things with hiking as well. So there's the problems you're solving. And then the third area of that is, who are you targeting? Now, the extreme outdoorsman will probably pay whatever they need to pay to get the best stuff that they can have. Whereas if a parent is getting on there buying for their child who's going on an overnight ski trip, they're probably not going to want to pay the amount of money that the extreme person's paying. So, I mean, I saw jackets the other week online for about $1,000 or $1,500 for the jacket. If my son's going on a overnight ski trip, and it's the only time he goes into that sort of conditions, I'm not paying $1,500 for a jacket. And I'm the target audience there, not my son. So keep that in mind as well, because I'm the one buying. So just get yourself a piece of paper and jot down the niche areas that you're considering, then the problems you know how to solve, because the problems you know how to solve will lead you back into that niche, and it will continue to build you up as you go along. And then the third thing is who's your target audience, because that will determine whether you're going to take this from the budget point of view, from the high-end point of view, from a cross-section. If you're targeting survival gear for children going on school camps, then you're going to be targeting the parent. If you're targeting the preppers, you're going to be targeting them directly. So you need to think about that as well. So what is your niche? What problems are you solving within that niche? And who is your target audience? Once you've got those three things sorted, then we can start to think about how we're going to sell. Now, when we come to talking about online, probably the most simple way to sell things online is via what we call affiliate marketing. So say, for example, we use the example of the extreme outdoorsman. So you might write a post to solve a problem for someone who's going to be outdoors overnight in freezing temperatures. So your problem you're solving is, what's the best jacket to wear if you're going to be outdoors overnight in freezing temperatures. You write all about what to look for. The jacket must have this, it must be this rated, it must have this waterproofing in it, it must, you can even get ones with a little thermal heater, like warming things in them. You outline all that, and then you link them off to and at the bottom you say, this is my recommended option. Link them off, they click on that link, they go off to a vendor who sells them that product. You don't handle the sale, you don't handle customer service, you don't handle the shipping. You then make a commission on that sale. So that's what affiliate marketing is about. So you're solving problems and then linking to areas where they can buy. So how do we set that up? I'll take you back in the post quickly. So there you can see all about the niche, problem solving, picking your audience, etc. Then we get to affiliate marketing. So if I type affiliate survival gear, you can see I get moreprepared.com, survivalfrog.com, prepping affiliate niche, pajamaaffiliates.com. So they're talking about survival kits for preppers. I can't see what that one is. More Prepared is about just being outdoors, emergency survival and preparedness. So there's two different sub niches that we've talked about already in that list there. So what you do is you can type affiliate survival gear or affiliate prepper or affiliate whatever it is that you're trying to find. You find your programs, you click on them, and you just make sure that they match the areas that we've talked about before. So do they match your niche? Do they have quality products? The payment arrangements okay? Will they match your target audience? And are the testimonials and everything good as well? Once you've got that, you'll need to apply. So you need to, generally they'll ask you to apply for it. You'll need your website name, traffic, so on and so forth. And once you've got all that in place, then you'll be able to sell the products, because once you've applied, if they accept you, don't do a half-baked job of the application, because if you do, they tend to think that you're not going to sell their products properly, so you'll likely get rejected. Sometimes you will get rejected if you don't have a website that's mature enough with large enough traffic, etc. If that's the case, try Amazon Associates. Just do a search online for Amazon Associates. You can join that for free. I've got a phishing site that I work with as well. It's making money now. When I first started, it had no traffic, obviously, because it was a brand new website. I applied for a couple of affiliate programs and got rejected because my site wasn't new enough. Was too new, sorry, wasn't mature enough. So I went on Amazon Associates. I now make, almost $1,000 a month on Amazon Associates. And ironically, some of these programs are coming back and asking me if I want to be in their program. That's because I've now got enough traffic that it's suitable for them. It's nothing against them. They just want to make sure that the people who are selling for them are reputable, or working on a site that is solving problems, and that's where they'll look at. So find your sites, apply, write your posts, and link off, and then you make the commission. So that's what affiliate marketing is. The next one here is drop shipping. Now, drop shipping is a method where it's very similar to affiliate marketing, but the difference is you're working with wholesale prices here. And so how it works with affiliate marketing, if the jacket's selling for $100, you link someone over, the vendor will sell it for $100 and you might make 10% commission, so you make $10 on the sale. If you are drop shipping, you might negotiate it with the vendor that they'll sell it to you for $60. You can then sell it for $70, $80, $90, $200 if you want, and the difference you make then is the difference in price between the wholesale price and the retail price. So it's more about more like your traditional bricks and mortar type stores. Now, there's few variations to drop shipping. Some of them, in some variations, you'll manage all the sales and the customer service yourself, and then you'll just pay the vendor to ship it off. Others will do it all for you. If you go through Amazon again or Shopify, I want to say Etsy, but I'm not 100% sure on that. They will manage the whole lot for you, the drop shipping as well. So it's almost like affiliate marketing, but you've just got a variation in the price that you can pay. Very, very popular with those who sell fad items, like fidget spinners. And the kids at the moment, there's none in here, thank God. They're all running around with those little popper things. They look like ice cube trays, and there's pop, 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 and then turn around, pop, 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 back. I saw a person in a shop sell them by the thousands the other week for $5 each, and I'm sure I looked up online wholesale and I could get them for about 50 cents. So big profits to be made if you can get them onto Amazon and do that. Within the survival gear market, obviously you're going to be more narrowed than that. So you might be drop shipping hunting knives, you might be drop shipping the portable tents, you might be drop ship anything in survival gear you can drop ship. Again, if you're looking to post, if you go online and search drop shipping survival gear, there'll be a whole list of sites that you can deal with which will supply and manage the drop shipping processes for you. So have a look at that. That's your next option. Okay, third option now is to sell your own products. Two ways to do this. You've got what's called white labeling. So white labeling is where you attach your own brand of products that you didn't make. So like affiliate marketing and drop shipping, you're selling products that aren't yours. With white labeling, the difference being is, say for example, you want to set up your own brand of bush knives, pocket knives. It's for those who are out in the bush, need to cut things down, need to kill fish to eat, or whatever it is they're doing with a knife. So you might find a supplier who will sell you 100 knives. It's similar to the popper thing I talked about before. They might sell you 100 knives for, $100. You then get them in, you put your label on them, your brand on them, and you sell them as your own knives for whatever price you want. The difference being is that you handle the shipping, you handle the customer service, you handle the sales. So there's a lot more work from your end, but there's also greater profit because you're not paying anyone else to do the stuff you do for you, and you're setting your own price, and you've got it coming in. Again, you're holding inventory as well. So there is some more risk to it than affiliate marketing, drop shipping. But if you're trying to build your own brand and become an expert in your niche by selling your own products, your own branded products, you see a lot of sites in survival gear and others that have a mixture of their own products, which are white labeled, and they'll go off and do drop shipping. They'll drop ship through their own site as well. So you might have a choice between Paul's hunting knife and, I don't know, a Sabella's hunting knife or something like that, and you're drop shipping one and white labeling the other. So that's the other option. And then in the sell your own vein, you can also make your own products. If you're handy enough, make your own waterproof dry bags, make your own warm overnight blankets, make your own knives. I've got a neighbour here who makes his own knives, and he does a great job with it. He's got a really good business going. Making your own dried food kits. Remember before I mentioned about first aid? This is something you can do with making your own as well. So you go out and you purchase all the little bits that will go into a first aid kit, and then you make your own first aid kits based on the need of them. So you'll get 100 bandages in, the Band-Aids, the Savlon cream, the what's the water called? The little vials of, it's not distilled water, but saline water. So all those sort of things, you'll get them in. And you think, okay, well, I'm going to make 10 first aid kits for families on their camping trip. So you put a couple of bandages in, a Band-Aid, some water, and a little bit of burn cream, some after sun cream, whatever. Put that in. There's a little first aid kit that goes. Then you'll make another one for the overnight extreme outdoorsman. Theirs will be in a slightly different packaging because they're going to be carrying it. You'll have different measurements of stuff in there. You'll have different types of stuff in there. So you might have stuff for insect bites. You might have something to make a tourniquet if they need it, if they fall or they get bitten by a snake or something like that. So you're building your own first aid kits based on all the equipment you're getting in, and you're selling them under your own brand. So that's one thing you can do. You can, whatever you can make, you can sell. So if you're very good with your hands or work in the survivalist niche and you know what people are going to need, why not make them and sell them? Make big orange flags that fold down that big that people can put out if they're lost in the bush, in the wilderness, in the forest, whatever it is, whatever you call it, wherever you're from. So that's another option you got to sell. So you can make your own. And finally, with all that, if there's other options you can do, if you want to make money online with survival gear, you can set up your own YouTube channel like I am now and just talk to people about survivalist, run them through exactly what they need to prepare to go out overnight in the snowfields, hunting, fishing, hiking, talk them through setting up their own first aid kits if need be, talk them through setting up a campsite on the side of a steep hill. Anything like that you can get them to set up. You can talk people through by working through your own YouTube channel, something like that. You can also run coaching, so you can coach people on all this sort of stuff. So set up some online courses for for tornado watch or tornado management or anything like that. The sky's the limit as to what you can do. Find a niche that you know hasn't a sub niche that hasn't been really looked at. Think about your own problems you've tried to solve in the area, and if you looked it up and thought, oh geez, it'd be great if I could find some help on that. Trust me, if you're looking for it and you're in a popular niche as our numbers have seen before, you're not the only one. So think about that as well. So that's how you can sell: affiliate marketing, drop shipping, making your own products either through white labeling or making your own, or set up your online business, coaching, education, writing books on the subject and publishing books, whatever it is you want to do online, you can do all that. Okay, now finally for all that, what do we need to do? We need to build a website, because a website's where you list all the problem-solving goodness that you've got. So look at my website for Make That Sea Change. I've got all the posts on there on how to sell this online, what affiliate programs you can use for certain areas. If you're interested in any multi-level marketing, the reviews on them, what they've got, what they haven't got. So they're solving problems that people have, and that's all done through a website. If you need help with your website, in the section where it says build a website, click on the link below that. I can help you get your website up and running. The other thing you'll need is some social media. Now that can be as little on Facebook, talking about survivalist skills with other like-minded people, whether it be whatever sub-niche you're looking at. It can be Instagram, taking photos of you, doing whatever you're doing and setting up and just following others. Instagram's amazing for picking up followers very quickly. Anything like that. Use YouTube, as we've said, for setting up your videos. You can monetize YouTube once you get enough subscribers and enough hours watched, so that ads come up and you can make money, passive income, purely based on your videos without actually selling anything. So that's another way you can do that. And finally, join some Facebook groups. On the post again, there's some pictures there. If you do, just look up survivalist groups in Facebook. All these groups come up. What they're good for is, the main thing is for seeing what people are looking for now and getting information. So an example of that, as I mentioned before, I've got a fishing site. A guy came on the other day and said, what's everyone's 5 best lures for catching flathead? All these people listed all their lures. I go, right, well, that's what people are using. That's what people want to know. So my next post is, what are the 5 best lures for catching flathead? I've got my information. I've got the question. All I need to do is put it together, because that's what people are looking for at the moment. So use those type groups to find your information as well. That's it, guys. That is how to sell survival gear online. I know it was a very quick run through. Have a good read through the post, and there's a lot more information in there. Click on the red buttons or send me an email or respond below if you need any help. If you're watching this within YouTube, please like and subscribe to my channel below. That way I can keep you up to date with everything to do with setting up your online business. If you're watching within the post, as I mentioned before, if you need any help setting up your business, getting your website up and running, finding affiliate programs, drop shipping, anything like that, if you need any help with that, or you have experience selling this sort of stuff online and have some tips and tricks for those who are also interested, please comment below. Would love to hear from you. Okay, guys, thanks for that. Chat to you soon. Bye.